I would like to introduce Christopher Kauters of Pretrial Solutions. Chris Kauters, a very successful attorney, is the president and founder of Pretrial Solutions Incorporated, specializing in mediation and arbitration of disputes between parties in order to avoid long and expensive court proceedings. With a settlement rate of over 90%, Chris is considered one of the region's most effective mediators. Chris grew up in Marblehead, Massachusetts with two other siblings. He has been legally blind since birth from retinitis pigmentosa, leaving him with a narrow field of vision which he has managed to use very effectively. His parents came to the United States during World War II and instilled in Chris the conviction that anything was possible if he was willing to work hard for it. In elementary school and high school, he adjusted for his vision challenges by using magnifying glasses and recognized the fact that his vision is most affected in bright and dark situations. As president of his high school student body, active in sports, and a top student, Chris established his success early on. As a Marbleheader, Chris has been an avid sailor and boater his whole life. Although he is now an inlander living in Newton with his wife Lee and their daughter Hannah, he still sails up in Maine every chance he gets and has never let his love of the ocean drift away from him. As the youngest of three children, he credits his parents with emphasizing to each of them to make the best of what you have and success will follow. This was not easy for a teenager who was asked to use low vision glasses or a white cane to make you stand out from the rest of the group, and eventually a guide dog. Chris graduated from Northwestern University with a degree in political science before today's adaptive computer technology was available. So he had to manage his coursework the old-fashioned way by using tape recorders, readers, and handheld magnifiers. While in college, he was introduced to one of the early CCTVs, or video magnifier, which was a big help for reading, and he continues to use one today in his office. After graduation, Chris went to Boston College Law School, where he was one of only two blind persons to graduate from BC Law up to 1986. The other person, by the way, is another member of our Carroll Society. But Chris likes to point out that his dog was the very first guide dog to graduate from BC Law. Armed with his newly acquired law degree, Chris joined the law department, the law department of Bank Boston, while he went back to Boston College at night to earn an MBA. Subsequently, he worked for another law firm in Boston, where he was introduced to the practice of mediation and arbitration, following the footsteps of Judge Paul Garrity, who pioneered this field of law. He now is a solo practitioner and president of his own firm, specializing in settling insurance claims and business disputes, among others. After working in a traditional law firm for 6 years, it was a bold move to go out on his own into a new and emerging field of law, but it was a move in which Chris has found considerable satisfaction through hard work, commitment, and extraordinary skills. Although Chris has faced challenges all his life, with his methodical approach and positive attitude, he has accomplished much. Chris uses JAWS screen reader on his computer and reads paper documents with the assistance of the CCTV, and sometimes magnifiers. He has received services from both the Carroll Center and the Commission for the Blind. With his guide dog Theo at his side, Chris travels extensively, visiting clients throughout New England. As successful as Chris has become in life, he is the first to point out that he, like all of us, depend on the support of family, friends, and colleagues to help. It certainly is a team effort. Along with his success, he has made a pledge to give back to others, becoming active in the community, and serving on many boards, including the Mass Eye and Ear Infirmary, the Seeing Eye, a leading guide dog school, and Freedom Scientific, a leading manufacturer of adaptive technology devices. He was recently appointed by the governor to the advisory board for the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination. Chris has become a pillar in the community, demonstrating the unlimited capabilities of persons who are blind. Through his achievement, he has been recognized for his talents and as a role model for all to emulate. So it is with great pleasure that I welcome to the Carroll Society, Christopher P. Kauters. Chris.